Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday. It's April the 16th, and I'm Teacher Mark. This is 5A, and this is the morning message for today. I hope everybody's doing well. So far this week, you guys have been doing a great job turning things in on time and also the quality of the things you're turning in, so keep it up. Today in math, we're actually moving on to something else. I feel like we've been doing a lot of fractions and a lot of dividing and all that stuff, so we're moving on to decimals, and we're going to multiply decimals. Today, there's a Khan Academy lesson where they kind of talk about strategies. It's sort of like an introduction to the whole idea. So there are a few videos and some questions we can answer. In language arts today, we get to read a part of Wonder. It's called Lamb to the Slaughter, which sounds quite terrible. But it's actually an idiom, which is a thing we're going to talk about in English class a little bit later. But for language arts, we're actually having a Zoom class meeting today, and everybody should have, there's a worksheet for transitions, and that's what we're going to talk about. Transition words and places to use them, ways to use them, ways not to use them, things like that. So we'll go over that little worksheet in class today. That'll be at 10:30. And then after that, we're going to, there's a Brain Pop video that I have for us to watch that talks about idioms and cliches, which are two different like tools in a sense to say things in English but make them a little more interesting. And I don't know, we've sort of talked about this in class before, like the phrase raining cats and dogs. That's an example of an idiom because it's never actually rained cats or dogs. I don't know why they call it that, but everybody knows it means it's raining really hard. So we're going to talk about things like that today. Sentences that have a meaning that's a little different than the meaning it sounds like, the one that you read. So there's a Brain Pop lesson there, and I also have it's a link to a little sort of worksheet that I created with some instructions on what we're going to do. We're going to create a little example of some idioms. Well, we're going to find some examples of the lamb to slaughter sort of idiom in the story. So today what we're reading, Augie has to sort of talk for the first time, and he's kind of scared about it. And so that saying, a lamb to the slaughter, it means he's going to do this thing, and it's probably going to be scary, but he doesn't really know what's going to happen. So you're kind of scared, and it's almost because you don't know what's going to happen. So we're going to find some examples of how he was treated that way. Were there any ways that other students made Augie feel bad? Did they say something mean to him? Did they look at him funny? Things like that. So we're going to find some examples of things other students have done that might make Augie feel like he's the lamb to slaughter. So I have some examples, and I kind of explain what to do. I created my own, which there's photos of. We get to draw a picture of Augie. Hopefully yours is better than mine. But yeah, there's some pictures. I tried to explain it step by step, but if you guys have questions, please let me know. I have a good idea that it's going to go pretty well. I can't wait to see what you guys produce. So that's for English today. And then the last thing is social studies. We've been talking about the Civil War. You guys did an amazing job with the Who's Who project. It's been great reading those and seeing just the creative ways that you guys express these things. The information a lot of times, you know, when a person's born or when they die, but you do a good job of making it interesting. So we're going to sort of wrap that up today. Right after the Civil War, it was a war, and there was a winner and a loser. In this case, though, winners and losers, they were all Americans. So they had to get together and play nice, basically. So that's sort of what this is about, is half the country left, the South left, and this is about how they sort of brought them back and made the country work, the government work, and that sort of thing. So yeah, it's sort of to wrap up the Civil War stuff, but that's what we're going to do today. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. But otherwise, I'll see you for our Zoom meeting here at 10:30. Have a good day, guys.